Hi everyone, it's Gwethorn from Gwethorn's Games, and I am running the Heroic+2 champion in Anduin Vale. I just thought I'd pop up the stats that I'm currently using. I've been seriously thinking about taking up the finesse and putting it into broad sweep, but I won't really do that until I've got these enough points for the unstable and the fight through pain, so it'll be a while before I get there, but it's nice to have the extra blade attack, but I just thought I'd give you a quick look. I haven't changed any of the gear since the upgrade, but yeah.
I am Baradar, house call to Lady Arwen. She has mentioned you many times, and it is good fortune to meet us on the road.
So, we have some questing to do. I've moved to the last of the quest locations for the Shades in the Swamp. The last of the purity of soil, the soil of purity on the flower. So, we have a little bit of Heroic+2 defending to do. I'll actually pick this up while I'm here.
We do not fear the darkness, and we never will. Our people
While I'm here. So, I'll actually go back to the quest so you can see what it says. Now we are going to have problems with these. Okay.
Do you hear that? The heavy breathing and scuffling feet of orcs.
Okay, we got to defeat some orcs. And she's coming with. Okay, that's good. Yes, I'm still sticking with an extra person. It's actually not that difficult. As long as I get to pop the bubble at some point. Let's go for another one. Oh, that's actually not an ambusher. Always the way. So yes, I'm gradually working my way through the epic, the interlude, to get access to a bit of stun would not hurt. Get access to Mordor Besieged, because the content here, while it is good, oops, let's get a bit more health up. Is while the content is good, it's just a little bit too easy for the character now. So I am making my way. Now, one of the biggest bosses that's around is just around the corner. A very big elite. So we'll see how we go with that. I've had good luck with the elites so far in this area, but we'll see how we go with that. The flower is just about at that location.
I can see why you are so renowned. Those orcs stood little chance against you.
Okay, so continue to aim, which we can do, but what I actually want is the quests up here. This location, it's I'm a little bit lost. Okay, not there. Oh, it's on this side. will take her with me. No, it's down further and then round. Okay. Just a little bit lost. Okay, we got a walk. Let's deal with that. It's nice at the moment with an extra person. I don't have to run as many of the long cooldown attacks. But let's go in here and work our way in. I think I'm in the right area. Might not be. I may well not be. Okay, obviously I've gone past the location, so we will take her and we will go down to the town, and then I will ride back and identify where we're supposed to be. So there's a number of quests down in this area. I've always enjoyed doing it. So the idea is Arwen is looking for information. She's actually on her wedding march, but
primitive compared to the cities of the Elder.
one of there is a whole series of quests. I'll pick some of them up because I might get some of them. Yeah, they won't talk to you until you do quests for them. I'll actually set the milestone to here. I won't do these quests at this point because I really just want to get that flower. Holtverse doesn't need it because I have my own return to Holtverse because of my reputation level. But let's head back to Blomgard and jump off when I actually see that I've lost the extra person now. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this on my own. Would have been nice, Heroic+2, to have had the extra. It's not that way. The extra person would not have been fighting at Heroic+2, which is always the way. Okay, so not here, mustn't be too much further up. That looks like it. Okay, that'll do. Let's go in. Flower shouldn't be too far in. I'll drag both these warriors to me. Oh, good, I got one of them. Even better. Okay, that's one. Now there's supplies that I need. Now I've got things like stuns and debuffs that have reasonably short cooldowns that I can use. Okay, this is going to be a bit of fun. The defiler is going to be something that has to be closed on. And it's elite. Always the way. Nothing's coming behind me, which is good. Yeah, the extra damage from the feral strikes more than makes up for the lack of healing because it's not a blade attack. go in and there's these two. I'll probably be able to get both of those in one go. So I'll work on cleaning this area out. Oops, need a bit of healing. Thank you very much. Supplies. And the big boss is just up there. Okay, let's go for the archer. Yeah, so I did swap out earlier the Horn of Gondor tracery for a sweeping blade tracery, but at this point in time I am definitely benefiting from the single damage. I don't know whether I'm going to get 1, 2 or 3 if I do this. Let's see what I get. Get that sudden defense up early. Ah, good. Ah, something came down. Okay. Okay. Bracing attack needed. Don't like using those long cooldowns if I don't have to, but sometimes you just have to. And I'll use that opportunity to come in. I've got an archer and a defiler. Stun will do, thank you. That's the 5-second stun from the woodworkers. I've got to keep that Horn of Gondor as an extra. Oh, I can't use it. Pity. Okay, that's unfortunate. I don't want to use that. I do want to use that. Now I've got this horn if possible. Good, thank you. Break that heel. And let's burn it down. There's a lot of elites in here. Okay, let's keep going. Stuns are as good as anything else when it comes to not taking damage. So I've got a lot of stuns available to me. Yeah, that's all the orcs. They've started to respawn down there, but that's okay. More supplies. There's the flower, which is the main thing of progressing. But I will continue on in this area because I like to be able to do it. I like to know whether this character can do it at Heroic+2. I'll get rid of some of that. I'll try and hold off on using the long cooldown attacks. So there's the flower, so that should be done. Okay, so let's go for an archer. Yeah, so if the character doesn't survive this going into this camp, then that's okay now, because I have done the part of the epic that I really wanted to do. Warriors, I'll come around this way anyway. Yeah, one of the other nice things about the sweeping blade, if I eventually get to it, I should get to it by 140, but until then I really do need the extra defense, and I really do need the unbreakable. And the mighty roar would be nice to have as well. Put that somewhere. Got 10 minutes of extra morale, that's nice. Yeah, I've got all 3 of them. Okay. Oh, I've got 4 of them now. Okay, this is going to be fun. Don't have an awful lot of health to play with. No, didn't make it. Okay. Now let's see if I can revive for free here and just pick up. This is going to be problematic. If I do that, then I don't think I can get out of here. Oh, 3 of them, maybe. Oh, one behind me. Okay, that was enough of that. That's not going to survive. I'm not going to. Yeah, okay, right, fine. Make a run for it. No, not going to help. Because they've respawned down here as well. Yeah, no, okay, retreat. But I got the bit of the epic that I wanted. Where am I located? Okay, so I now have to take. Okay, so I can mithril straight to her. Well, that's nice. Okay, well, that's definitely a thing to do. Okay, why did that not? Oh, I was going to say, why did that not work? Okay, so let's power up again. She's still floating. And let's go and talk to her. And she's going to trust us, at least temporarily.
I'm delighted to know you have honored my friends.
And we see if we can help her friend.
See my friend. My dear friend has suffered for too long. I will bring you to my friend. Do not disturb his rest. My soul keeps him at peace.
Yep, she has him under her control. Keeps his memory disappeared. I didn't have the combat turned back on. I'll put it back for the conversation, because there's a fair amount of conversation in this. And we'll go into the chamber. Yeah, too many critters, not much chance of getting out. And I didn't get to take on the boss, which was the big elite. But couldn't make it. I couldn't make it. Yep, who is this? that's the main question of the next expansion. So yeah, I'll let that go on, and I'll let this come down here. But yeah, the character itself, I have got a bit of finesse. It would be nice to have extra finesse. I definitely decided I needed to bypass some mitigations, and losing a little bit of these was a bit problematic. But I did have a different build where I had Swift Blade as part of it. Okay, so we're going to hurry back down again. I'll continue this conversation later. She is now being confronted by some of our old friends. Gandalf, Glorfindel and Elrond. So yeah, so running the Swift Blade Broad Sweep, it's nice damage, 28 to 44,000. It's an AoE attack with a 5 meter radius, so it is, and because it's a blade, it does get the extra chance of morale restore and the extra chance of extra mitts. But I lose the Unbreakable, which I really think this character needs. Either way, I've got the rune stone for either. I've got Unbreakable, Invincible Duration, and extra damage. So I've got the extras for all of it. There's a Swift Blade, and the Feral Strikes. So it works. It's just not enough defense. You just can't get enough damage back. Whereas this is 100,000 damage on a single target, and it removes the corruption, which is really needed for the Eye of Sauron. Okay, they're all coming up with different ways, and they're going to say, "Who are you? Do you remember who you are?" And if I was continuing all the way through the Vales of Anduin, I would definitely make that change. I'd definitely swap those out. Mainly because it would just get easier, and I'd be able to take on more AoE, and rely on the healing from the yellow line. Yep, she doesn't want anybody in here, which is understandable. She's been protecting Gothava's friend since the First Age. Okay, Auron's going to do some testing. The weapon is so yeah, the while this is going on, the all the blue advantage, less incoming damage, extra melee damage when sudden defense is available. Sudden defense in and of itself is great, which it gives you a melee shield of 76,000, so it's about 30%. Let this conversation continue on. The extra Horn of Champions decreases the damage, incoming damage, by 20%, which just gives you that little bit extra. some extra mitts, which is good. The second wind, I have actually occasionally needed to use second wind to get power back, but it's just such a nice little bonus. Adamant is really nice. It decreases incoming damage by 4% for every fervor. So if you're on full fervor, which I'm almost always on because I click Battle Frenzy just before I get Adamant, the buff is 30%. I mean, it's 30% plus this 20%, 50% damage reduction. And it's on reasonable cooldowns. It's just, yeah, I go through it every time I go into a battle. Okay, so he does remember the Shade of Isildur is now the Shade of Isildur. Yep. So yeah, and then to add to that, you've also got the Masochism increase, which reflects 20%, a 20% chance to reflect 30% of the incoming damage, which is so nice. They're all wailing on you, you're healing yourself, you've decreased the damage you've taken, but they take damage. Okay, and we are now moved to the main location on, and what I'm actually going to do is just finish with these. So the Masochism increases is great for the blue line. Bracing attack generates fervor and increases healing buff, so it's nice to do. And invincible, for each 5% of health the champion is missing, the damage increased while Adamant is active, which I've got pretty much every battle. I've got Adamant at least for part of it, so I'm increasing my damage, which is great. So while I've got a lot of points in yellow line over here, it's mainly to the main advantages are just to be able to exalted combat. If my morale gets too low, it bumps it by 25% every 90 seconds. So it's a nice get out of jail free. So yeah, while I'm using a lot of yellow over here, I'm not using the red line version, because while it restores 10% of max morale when you kill things, on Heroic+2 you're not killing things all that frequently. You're better off with the chance of a heal on blade skills and have 2 blade skills, possibly 3, depending on how you build it. Okay, anyway, thank you all for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye all.